Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show, Chercher l'artiste. I'm Dalencour, and tonight we have a phenomenal happening show for you. Our special guest is INGRID. INGRID, bienvenue, welcome to Chercher l'artiste. It's such a pleasure to have you on our platform. Tell us what you do.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's my pleasure.
My name is INGRID MATHURIN. INGRID usually MATHURIN. I've been painting for over 20 years. I'm a visual artist and muralist.
And when you say MATHURIN, it's MATHURIN.
Oui,
okay?
Mathurin.
So c'est INGRID MATHURIN. She is Haitian, c'est un haïtien lié. Bon,
oui,
c'est Mathurin. Parce que si vous devez raconter MATHURIN, madame connaît rien. Bon, INGRID MATHURIN. Well, okay, so we're going to keep on doing in English. I want you to be relaxed, so now you're relaxed now. So, yes, so you say you're a visual artist. What does that mean?
So I paint figurative paintings on oil paintings. I depict work that focuses on the everyday lives of Black and Caribbean people, and I also do mural work that's focused on social activism. Like recently I did a mural in Brooklyn.
The big murals?
I do big murals. I've done like 50-foot-high buildings. My biggest mural.
I have so much to ask you about that. I have never been able to understand how people, how can you see that you're painting an eye when you're in front of the eye painting it, and that it's in proportion with the rest of the face?
Well, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You know?
Wait though. I want you to continue what you were saying, and we're going to go to my question.
Yeah, and so I've painted buildings that are over 55 foot high.
That's beautiful.
I have work right now at the Brooklyn Museum of Art, so that's been a huge accomplishment for me. So. And
I'm sure you have some pictures that you'll be able to give us that we'll be able to show for you.
Yes, I could definitely do that.
Yes. Okay, keep on going.
I recently did a huge project for Peacock TV. So Fight Night, the TV show, so it's out now. So I did 2 artworks that they commissioned from me for the to promote the show.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, that's great. So are you based in New York?
I am based in New York, but I am from Florida. So I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida. I used to live in Miami, but I am thinking of actually doing coming back to Miami Beach or Miami part-time. Yeah.
Well, I used to live here part-time and live in Washington D.C. That's where my company was based, and work out of LA.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, so you're all over.
I'm all over.
Yeah.
Those 6-hour, 8-hour flights are too much for me, and let alone when there is those problems and you have to sleep at the airport.
Oh my God, I know.
It's not happening. But so, tell me, how did you get commissioned to do the huge building in New York?
So,
do you have other people that help you?
Well, I sometimes hire a team to help me get some of the work done, because normally you have a really short amount of time to get the murals done. But in public art, there's not a lot of Black women that do public art, so I'm like one of the top that does it. I've been doing it for over 10 years.
Wow.
And normally people find me on Google.
On Google?
Yeah, they find me on Google, or it's word of mouth.
And they know that you do that. Now, so you design, let's say you know that this building is 50 by, let's say, 20. And so you design on a piece of paper what you're going to do before, correct?
Well, sometimes I'll paint a painting. So before, I did a project for Adult Swim. It's in Atlanta. I painted a mural celebrating, actually highlighting the Black Lives Matter, and I wanted to do something positive because of the hate crimes that were happening towards the Asian community. So I actually painted a portrait by hand, but normally I do digital designs for my murals, so I can do both.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So we were talking about visual. Yeah. Now let's talk about the other one. What were we talking about? You were visual and?
Muralist.
artist.
Yes.
Okay. So, so do you do regular paintings as well that are exposed in a museum?
Yes, I do. So I'm working on actually getting more museum acquisitions. But my first museum show was at the Brooklyn Museum, which opened up October 4th for the Brooklyn Artist Exhibition. That's up until January 25th. I also have a new collaboration I did with the new museum opening up in Alabama. I just did a mural for the Museum of Gynecology that's going to be opening up in May. So that's May 10th is the opening for that. So those are the first two museum works that I've done, but I've shown work at many galleries.
We need to make sure that the Miami Herald knows about you, because you know, that's beautiful art that Asian descendant, whatever they would descend or descendant, is doing. That those are beautiful things. A black woman, beautiful black woman, style, like, let me tell you, when she walked in here, I thought she had jumped out of a page of a magazine.
Oh, thank you so much.
I took a, oh, nobody's supposed to look better than me.
I wanted to impress you. Because you look so good, so I have to make sure I look good.
Thank you. No, you look fantastic. So, because we met the other day at African, the African show that is in the Gavin, I forgot, museum, Gavin Center.
Yeah.
Anyway. So tell me more about you. I'd like to know about you. You do those rocks that I see that you
no, you know, actually I brought this at Miami Beach. She's an amazing jewelist off of, it was like diagonal from the Mac store. I can't remember her name, but she makes these beautiful arrangements of jewelry and she blesses it for you. But for me, I have a studio in Bushwick in New York. I've been painting, I've been drawing since I was 5 years old. What's interesting is...
What got you interested in going into drawing, painting, and how did your parents feel about them?
Oh, they didn't want me to do it. They wanted me to be a doctor or a nurse.
Well, Haitian. Well.
They did not want me to be an artist, but you know what? They celebrate me so much right now, and they're very proud of me, but I never gave up. So everyone in my family...
Was it hard for you to, at the beginning, when you were pretty much exposing your art at first and understanding that some people could like what you do and some people could not, because you have to have the attitude, you like it, great, you don't like it, I really don't give a, you know,
at a very young age, since I was in high school, I knew I wanted to become an artist, but a lot of people did not take that as a serious job, like in the 90s, and I just kept working at it, and now we're in 2024, and my career is taken off drastically. So I'm so proud of myself of not giving up, and no matter what it is that you want to do, you just have to work really hard and study and just be consistent. And I'm so happy that I didn't give up, because I could have easily done it.
Oh, you could have been discouraged. Did you have to go to school to learn the basics of painting or doing the big murals?
I'm actually self-taught. So I did take some college courses, but I'm self-taught. I just read a lot of books about oil painting.
You saw a 50-foot thing and you say, I'm going to do this.
Okay, so I did have a friend. Her name is Nico. She's actually based in South Florida.
Okay.
So I met her in my hometown.
Right.
Her and my other friend named Fabian Williams. They're very huge muralists in the mural industry, and I started assisting them and helping them, and they gave me some pointers.
And understanding the tricks of doing that, because it's definitely not the same brush that you use for a regular.
Well, I use the same, so that makes the difference between me and the other muralists. So a lot of street artists, they use spray cans. I do everything by brush. So it makes my work a little bit more different. And every time I'm painting, they're always looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, why are you painting with a brush? But guess what? It lasts a really long time.
Okay.
Like the mural I did in Atlanta, for an example. of spread love, not hate. Like that mural looks like I just painted it yesterday. So it's a huge difference when you're using brush and spray paint. And
is there a specific paint that does not fade when you're using it, like you say, with the sun, you know, with the temperatures going up to like 110 so many times? We had that here, and we probably in Atlanta too, I'm sure they had that. Do you have to use a specific type of paint, so that paint that you know that it's going to last?
I just use exterior paint. We have a special coating and UV coating that you can put over the paint as well that helps to protect the paint and make it last long.
And you learned all that through just by yourself? Just,
you know, being a mural assistant to many large muralists throughout the years, and just by trial and error. The best way to learn is just by practicing. Yeah.
So if you were to tell a young person that would be venturing in that type of art or in that style, is that something, do you think, that they could live from?
Oh, you can definitely live off of being an artist, yes. Actually, one project can be more than someone's salary, just from one project, a person's yearly salary. So it's very lucrative. It's very difficult for Black and brown artists, but you just have to, which is what I'm working on now, is to really help pave a way for us to have more work geared towards Black and brown artists. But you could definitely make a living off of it.
Because, you know, that's why your parents wanted you to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, because they knew that you're going to eat, your kids are going to eat. You know, my parents, when I told my father that I was going to be a model, and then after that I dropped the bomb that I was going to be a singer and that my name was Boom Boom, that did not go well.
Oh my God.
So I can tell you that I sympathize with you.
Well, I can say that I have a very proud moment. I was able to help pay my son's college tuition from the work I do, which is unheard of, but art can definitely be very lucrative. I want more of us to invest in more art, and it takes all of us as a community to help build up artists in the community and to help make us the biggest names in the world.
Are the artists in New York more connected than they are in Florida, or are they more connected in Florida?
It's so hard. I'm connected with both communities. Like, I love my Miami community of artists, and I also love my New York community. It's definitely about like who you know.
And do they share among them?
Nah, they do not share. A lot of people do not share. I think that sharing is definitely up to the individual artist. For me, I actually mentor a lot of artists. I've mentored over 100 artists. I have a blog where on my website you can go on my blog and learn more about the art industry.
Tell us about the blog. Tell us the name of the blog.
Oh, so you can just go on my website, INGRID, INGRID, MATHURIN, MATHURIN.com, and if you go on blog, you'll be able to learn different tips and information that I'm sharing with artists. Actually, next week I'm going to be adding a workshop I just did last week. I taught a workshop on how to make your art practice as a business, because a lot of artists don't understand the importance.
That's great. That's exactly what a lot of artists need, because I meet a lot of people, but they don't have any way to show their stuff, and they keep on painting, and they have 150, 200 things sitting there in their, you know.
You have to make a plan. You definitely have to make a plan, which is what I did. You have to be very strategic with your career in order for it to grow. And it took me probably the last 6-7 years, my career grew drastically just from me making small changes, like becoming a better writer, applying for grants, going to different showcases, and like if there's an artist that I was interested in learning about, I would try to connect with them more, going to artist talks, and definitely connecting with your peers.
Talks?
Artist talks are talks where you go to that an artist does after an exhibit. So during an exhibit, an artist does a talk to talk about the work that they're showing, either at the museum or at the gallery.
Right. and so you learn from the artists and get their numbers and finding out. How do you find out that there is an art exposition going on? Like I found out from Annick Duvivier, another artist, and one person sent to another. If you are an artist and you're not me that has a TV show that gets all those informations, how do you get that information?
I spent a lot of time doing a lot of research, just looking for artist calls and different grants and shows that kind of caters to like the type of work that I'm doing. So I'm on Google, or I am connecting with my peers, and we kind of just share information with each other. Or even my friends. My friends are always sharing information on different things I should try, or connecting with people I should meet. Even the show I'm doing right now, I have a show happening right now during Art Basel at IPC Art Space.
Really?
I do.
So you have pieces there?
I have one piece there honoring James Baldwin. It's up until March. We actually have this Saturday, we're going to be doing we have an event happening Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. and my good friend Kimberly Green connected me with the organizers of the exhibit.
Kimberly. Yes. She's our Kimberly.
I love Kimberly.
Yes.
Here. She's amazing.
Oh, I'll tell you, amazing.
She is.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Listen, we're going to take a little break and we'll be right back. Stay just right where you are.
Hey, moi c'est Patrick Ediansi on the air. Ou ap gade ILN TV.
When the best gift of all is just being together. This season, enjoy up to 20% off plus 60-month special financing at City's holiday sale. City Furniture, designed for love.
Neighboring one of today's trendiest vacation spots for cruisers, Marquis Paradise is an exclusive boutique hotels with 5 unique suites and a private peninsula in Labadie, Haiti. Marquis Paradise was created by a French marquis. Guests have access to a private beach and swimming pool, spa services, a bar, a restaurant, boat rides, and cable and Wi-Fi. There is no place like Marquis Paradise. Experience the authentic. Plan your next vacation in paradise on earth. Marquis Paradise.
Are you ready to party? The Haitian
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with our guest today, Ingrid MATHURIN. Ingrid, so tell me a little bit about the work you've done for, I want to talk about the social activism and the other work that you did for
The Brooklyn Museum.
the Brooklyn Museum.
We could definitely start about that.
Yes.
So I recently painted a portrait of Fannie Lou Hamer. She's a civil rights activist. I was really inspired by the political climate that's happening right now. And so I wanted to paint someone that fought for the importance of voting rights, especially during the civil rights movement. So a lot of I do a lot of work that focuses on that. Actually, the whole year I've been painting work focused on voting and the civil rights. Earlier this year, I did a painting commission of Malcolm X and Yuri Kochiyama. They worked together doing, they were connected actually when he was in Harlem. And most recently, I did a mural in Brooklyn of Shirley Chisholm. And recently they actually created a Shirley Chisholm Day, and I didn't even realize they were working on that for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was really happy that I did it at the perfect time to celebrate her 100th year as well.
And how would people know about all those things?
So I love painting murals of historic figures, or even doing art of historic figures, because a lot of our youth, because of everything that's changing in the school system, it's not taught. So when someone sees a beautiful imagery or portrait of someone, they can ask questions about it, or they can just go online and just look up that person, and they can see all the amazing work that they've done.
Right, that the person has done.
Yes.
And how active are you in activism, social activism?
Oh, I do a lot. So I remember doing a mural protest of Colin Kaepernick in Atlanta, and it was to protest the football game that was happening. So it was me and like 6 other artists. I did it with my friend Fabian, and we all went around the city painting murals of Colin Kaepernick to kind of protest the Super Bowl. And 2 weeks later, guess who we get the chance to meet?
Him.
We got a chance to meet him, and we got the chance to talk to him about the work he's doing with Know Your Rights Camp, and he actually chose my painting for the cover art of the Know Your Rights Camp that they did, which kind of teaches the community about knowing their rights and how to handle dealing with police. And I was really astonished by that, because when I spoke to his best friend, he told me like my mural of him really projected like his energy and his essence, and so that felt really good. And that was something
you captured that. You captured that when you're going to do something about somebody like that, because this guy has suffered also. You know, he's lost pretty much everything because of his activism.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, when you're going to do a mural, are you assigned that part of the city? Do you speak to somebody? Because you can go to somebody's wall and start painting.
So, because I am a mother, I was never a street artist. So I never went and like bombed buildings or just went. I always did projects where people would invite me to do projects, or I would do paid work because I am a mother. But I do have a lot of friends where they had their image, no one knows who they are, and they just go all over painting buildings and not caring at all.
Any building, just like that?
It depends. Like a lot of it is activism work that they do, and some people just do it just because they want to get art out, you know, just like the building in Miami. I think one of the buildings got tagged.
I saw that. You know, I don't know what to think about it. I mean, does it stand among all the other buildings around? Should they move that building part by part and put it somewhere else? I don't know, but I wouldn't want to destroy the art of those artists.
I will speak. I didn't look too much into what was happening in Miami, but I know in LA there was a building that they put a ton of money into the building, and it still was just empty. And there's such a huge homeless population happening in LA, and I think a lot of the times the artists did it just as an activism as to the city just kind of doing better. You know, you have all these empty buildings, and then nothing is happening for the community and people who need it. So I know for that wall, where a bunch of artists went and they just tagged up the entire building. It was crazy. You had guys that were going down in parachutes. They were trying to run for the cops. It was insane, but they created a beautiful piece of art. And I think it was the same guys that did it here in Miami as well. And to me, that's just amazing.
I would think that it was a lot of people, because I saw.
Oh yeah, it was a ton. It was so many artists. Some of them I'm friends with.
So you think they did that in one night?
Pretty much, yeah, and they do it really fast.
Wow.
I wish I was brave enough to do that. If I was, I definitely would do it. But if I was a street artist, no one would know it's me, because I wouldn't tell anybody. I don't want to go to jail.
No, I find that very interesting, because some of those people are great artists.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
They do beautiful things, and I would think that by painting over it, I know they don't have the right to do it, but by painting over it,
it's a form of activism. To me, it's the best. I'm sorry to say, it is definitely the best.
But no. So okay, so
I'm sorry to the building owners. I'm so sorry.
No. You can talk about anything you want here. Yeah. There is no problem. Listen. Let's think about this. It's your building. Okay, I know it hasn't been occupied for 4 years.
I would pay them to actually create something beautiful if it was my building. I would pay a couple artists.
I would too.
Yeah, I
too.
would definitely do that. Yeah.
But I wouldn't paint over their. I wouldn't paint over their painting. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because it's so much work.
Yeah.
But again, you know, the politics of the town.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? What made me an artist was graffiti.
Yeah.
Was seeing graffiti. That's why I became an artist when I was 5 and went and started drawing. I saw graffiti
With the spray bottle.
with the spray cans. I saw this kid from LA. He was doing drawings of like spray cans, and I was like, "What's that?" And yeah, just
But that costs a lot of money.
what does?
The spray cans. Are they like $5?
Oh, my paints are
$5 a bottle.
my paints. One tube is like $100.
Would you?
One tube of paint, I paint oil, is very expensive, or $50. Like the lowest is probably $30 for a little small tube. My brushes run from like $20 to $50, so it's very expensive. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's so you got to be doing well in order for you to be able to afford.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it costs me $1,000 just to create one painting because of the quality of it.
But don't they? How could we find people to donate money for you, or donate the brush, or donate the tube of painting? How could we do that and raise money in a way? I'd love to do that. I'd love to raise money to buy
supplies
for artists. Hey,
So you know what? My thing that I love to tell people is
I'd love to do that.
buy prints, buy art. That helps for me to be able to redo art. So anytime I sell a painting, it allows me to get more supplies so I can actually create more work. Also sharing my work, that helps you promoting the artist, because then someone else is going to get more visibility. It's really important that we uplift, especially Caribbean artists. You know, there's so many amazing and talented artists. And something as simply as just sharing someone's work, that you're doing enough just doing that, or even buying a print, because some prints are really affordable. It's more affordable than the original work.
I had gone to the Green Foundation, to the Green place.
I love that
over there.
Yes.
And Axel was doing an exposition. Axel Lyoto. She lives in New York. I don't know if you had a chance to meet her.
I have to check out her work.
She's I don't know. She does bring the artists. I don't think she's a painter.
Oh, she's a curator.
Right. And she brought an artist from Haiti.
Oh,
it
wow.
was amazing, and the work was so phenomenal. So phenomenal. And I have to send you the episode of Kimberly on this show.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Out of this world.
She's doing some amazing things, and hopefully I'll be able to work with her and her organization and helping more artists.
Pretty soon ask her to come back, because I know that she's doing something with FIU, and we want to know about that.
Oh yeah, I love her organization, and Kimberly. She's been such a great
organization that has also helped a lot Haiti, a lot of things for Haitians. So you know, again, that's what we need to do. There's got to be a way for us to raise money to buy supply for artists.
Yes, buy prints, buy artwork, share, have everybody come to the exhibit that I have going on right now at IPC Art Space. Everybody come on by and see the work.
Tell me when again, so that I can make sure that everybody's there.
Yeah, IPC Art Space this Saturday from 7 to 9. We're gonna have our event, and then the work is gonna be up through March.
Through March. So if they can come this Saturday, they can come after.
Yeah.
Excellent. And
also go to Green Space too, because they have an exhibit as well. So I can't wait to go there to see the work that's there.
When is the exhibit right now?
Yeah, it's open right now.
Okay, well, we need to go. Green Space, phenomenal. What was I going to tell you? Is there a phone number where they could reach you, or is there how do they reach you?
Instagram. You could definitely catch me on Instagram.
Tell me Instagram. Ingrid Mathurin.
Oh no, it's usually Mathurin. YUZLY/MATHURIN_.
Excellent. Listen, Ingrid, it was such a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you enough. And please, I hope you come back and visit me. I want to wish you the best in all your endeavors.
Thank you so much.
I want to raise money for the artists. We're going to find a way.
Thank you.
I want to raise money for the artists. What do we do? A lottery, a raffle, a bollette? You know what bollette is. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being with you tonight. Ingrid, thank you again.
Merci un peu. Merci.
Il parle au petit créole? See you next Sunday, same place, same time. I'm Leslie Dalencour. Take a little time to do something nice for somebody. I love you. Bye.